Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of podcast. I'm your host Pushpak. For today's episode, we have with us Jahnavi Shah. She's a computer science student, content creator, and she also has a patent on her name, which is verified by Indian government. So, thank you so much for doing this, having on the podcast. I'm super excited to have you.
Thank you so much, Pushpak, first of all, inviting me. I'm really excited to be on one of your podcasts. So let's get this started.
Awesome. So, tell us more about yourself and what are you doing these days?
As Pushpak introduced, I'm a computer science engineer in my final year. I'm planning to go for my master's abroad. And apart from that, I like creating content. I'm interning as a content creator at Gradvine currently. And in my free time, I do like to paint. For example, after this podcast, I will go and paint something. So these days, it's just about my internship, my work, upskilling myself, making myself ready before I go for my master's abroad. So yeah, it's pretty chill.
Cool, sounds good. So how does it feel to have a patent on your name? So, and how did you what's the journey behind it? How you started? How did you build that product or innovation which you created? So tell us more about that.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, that entire patent journey is actually more than 2 years.
Okay.
And it started probably in my first year when I used to stay in a hostel and I had a roommate.
Okay.
So I normally study late at night and she was in the habit of going to sleep early, and my room did not have that, such a good lighting, we might say. So at that time, I was just thinking that I want to, have, this is the problem, that I do not have enough lighting in my room. How do I solve it? Just something based around light. And in one of my lectures, my mind went wandering off somewhere, as all of us does. And I just started scribbling that, these are the probable solutions that can come up. And just at that time, one of our professors came in and he's like, the college is funding a few projects. You'll get, money for your ideas if they're good enough, and you get an allocated mentor and everything. So I was like, yeah, we can give this a shot. So I gathered a few of my friends who I knew were good at coding, because the product that I wanted to build, I wasn't that well versed with coding in that language. So I gathered a few people and we were just brainstorming on that idea when I came across Philips Hue lighting. I don't know if you know about it, but before 2 to 3 years, Philips launched this lighting where you can change colors. LED lights where you can change colors, whichever color you want to. So that was intriguing to me, and I was researching more about it, where I came to know that your mood is also affected by the lighting or the color of the lighting you sit in. I came across a research paper that said that. That was intriguing to me, and the fact that I wanted to I started off as building bathroom lighting. That bathroom, after a stressful day, for me and for a lot of people, we just go and chill there. We have now we have that habit of carrying speakers to our bathrooms, listening to songs. So basically creating a relaxing space over there. So I pitched that idea to my mentor, and he said that why just limit it to one room, just expand it to an entire, home-based automation system. So that's how it started. And the research article that came across me that sparked an idea that mood and lighting can be associated. It hasn't been done till now. It is intriguing. I like psychology. I like coding. It would be a good, product to work on. So that's how it started. First, we started by making a database project on it. Then we started finalizing on the designs, and we got the funding from the college too. So our professor, he recommended us to file a patent. And we filed a design patent for it. So our designs have been patented, designs for the product that we have built. And this entire process took almost 2 years. So that is how, I never expected to have a patent at 20. And if it wasn't for my professor to even enlighten us that this is something you can do, we wouldn't have known about that too. So it just started as a small idea or a small problem that I faced, and it turned into a patent.
Okay, so how does this exactly works? Matlab, if I'm like, does it like, suppose if I'm into any mood, so it kind automatically changes the color in the room, like the light color. So how exactly it works?
So we decided to have two ways to go around it. The first one, very basic, you select how are you feeling, happy, sad, whatever.
Okay.
And second, we thought, okay, we computer engineers, we learning AI, ML, sab kuch, so let's use it. So the second way we decided to go around is sentiment analysis. We take a snapshot of your face, then we run algorithms on how you feeling. Happy, sad, neutral, what it isn't that accurate. That is why we have had that backup way ki the person can also select how that person is feeling. And then we took help from that research paper which has linked every mood to a color. If you want to feel more energetic, yellow light it is. If you want to feel more relaxed, blue or purple it is. So we would have that database already linked, and according to the mood, your color of lighting would be set.
So how did you find it out? Like if you just want to chill and relax, then this kind of light should be there. So can you give me an example? Like if I want to feel happy, suppose, like what light should be there? If I'm into like, suppose I brought a date at my home, so what light should be there? Or if we are just friends chilling, or if I'm just reading a book, so what light should be there?
So as I said that this entire our product is backed by the research paper that we read that linked mood to the lighting colors. So that research paper has in-depth details about, as I mentioned, I've forgotten about the exact colors and the mood, so I don't want to, put forward a wrong statement here.
But can you find this on Google, like the if we search?
We found it on Google. We found it on Google. If I do have the link, I'll send it to you too. Maybe you can link it if people want to know more about the research paper. But I found it on Google too. I researched everything there, so you can find it too.
Sounds good. It's very interesting.
So it was very interesting for me too, because it would be a domain I would have never worked in. So we went ahead with that.
Awesome. Yeah, this is good. So how does this patent thing work? Matlab, like you have a patent of design right now, right? Like suppose I'm suppose I run electronics company and I want to borrow your design. I don't know how exactly this works. So like, do you make money out of it? Suppose we like how does this exactly work? Having a patent and all.
So when as I mentioned that our college funded our product, so our project actually, so they helped us with the entire patent process too. So the entire filing thing is done by them. They had their patent officer and everything. We had to provide all the documentation for the design patent. It's a very big document. You have to provide a lot of details. What are the objectives and what problem are you trying to solve, and then you have to provide vector designs of your, like, it is a design patent, so they want the vector designs of the product you're trying to patent. It was probably vector. It's almost more than a year to it, so I do not remember the exact details. But so we have to file in that documentation. Like, to be honest, we have two patents for the product. Like the first one, we filed it got rejected by the patent office. So we filed another one with the new designs. But when the second one came, the first one, the revised one, also got approved. So we got two simultaneous design patents. So the process is the process of filing that documentation and everything is a bit tough, preparing that documentations and everything. But you can contact a patent officer, they'll file it for you, and then the entire process is online. You get to see the status, you get to see
I was
everything.
like, okay, got it. Like I was asking about like once you have a name on your patent, is it like can you make money out of it? That's what I was asking.
Yeah. So as I said, Philips has built this U lighting. Now if they want to incorporate this mood thing into their lighting too. This has been patented by us. The designs have been patented by us. So if they want to use our designs, they have to buy it from us. This is the clarity I have it now.
Sounds good. So did any company reach out to you for that?
No, not till now, to be honest. It's just 1.5 years, so not till now. I hope someone does.
Cool. Awesome. So another thing is like I've noticed you do a lot of things, right? Like I think you work with NGOs, or you were working and you are into content creation. I think you have done a few podcasts as well, and also you are doing internship. You're a college student. So how do you do all these things at the same time? And being a 20-year-old, I think you're 20, right? Or
yeah, I'm 21.
Okay, yeah. Still, like, how do you do this?
I think what I try to do is I do not do 10 things at the same time. I worked at an NGO in my first or second year.
Okay.
I started content creation a year back. The patent I was working on I started 2 to 3 years back. So how I try to do is I prioritize things. For example, a year back, my college was important, my GRE was important, and my master's application was important. So I gave my entire energy to that. These are the top 3 things. I have to focus on them first. Apart from that, if I do get time, I will spend it after these things. And to be honest, it is not that easy all of the time. There have been times, for example, right now, I've completely gone MIA from Instagram. I haven't been able to create content there. There are times where you can't do everything together. So I think prioritizing and understanding what's important to you in that certain time frame. For example, I do have goals I have to achieve this year in the 12-month period, but I also have goals that I want to achieve in the 3-month period. And that for achieving the goals in that 3-month period, what do I have to do in this month? I have those separate lists too. So making that clear in your mind helps you a lot. And apart from that, to-do lists help me a lot. I have sticky notes. The first thing when I have a very busy day, the first thing that I do is list down all of my work, all the big tasks, all these small tasks, like, even like shampooing my hair. That is also in my to-do list. So what I think is that when you have that sense of accomplishment, like in the entire day, even if I shampoo my hair and I tick it off, I think, okay, this part of work is done. I have done something in the day. Let's go and do more. So that helps me a lot. That is something you can try to. Something I would advise not to do is do it all together, like 10 things at a time. Right now, I want to learn a lot of things. I want to take up 5 to 6 courses, but I can't start them all together. I will pick 1 or 2 right now that I'm, highly interested in, finish them, then take up the other tasks. So that is a good strategy for time management.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Especially to-do list, like you do this like consistently. I also tried this. I tried like starting this to-do list, but then sometimes something happens and I'm not consistent about it. So this kind of thing happens.
Yeah, it does happen. To be honest, I might have an entire to-do list for today, suppose, and I might not be able to finish 1 or 2 tasks that I did list, but seeing it in a way that you completed 8 out of the 10 tasks you listed, or even 1 or 2 of the entire task list that you listed, you did accomplish something. That gives you motivation to do something the next day too. It's not necessary to complete everything that you've written down, but listing it down. And I have a really shitty memory. So listing things down, and when you look at it, you get a reminder that okay, this thing abhi bhi bacha hai, please karna. So that helps. So to-do lists help me a lot, and I do recommend a lot of people, if you want to manage your time well, write down all your tasks for the day, for a month, whatever you're trying to accomplish, small goals, and try to achieve.
Makes sense. So I think you mentioned somewhere like how writing and journaling is helping you, like when you hit your rock bottom, basically, right? So tell me more about it. How has been writing and journaling been helping you? And yeah.
So I do not journal a lot, and by writing also, my phone is full of notes
Mm-hmm.
that I have typed out whenever I feel low or whenever I feel happy too, whenever I feel a sense of accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that I did not realize since a long time. Whenever I used to feel low, and sometimes you don't have someone to talk to, I just used to write it down. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you need reminders that when especially when you're a forgiving person, you need reminders that this was the wrong done to you, you should never
Mm-hmm.
entertain it again. So sometimes I used to write it down for that too. And over time I just realized that writing, there are a few activities that you do that help you calm down your mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought that art and craft is something for me. I have realized that since a long time. Since a
Mm-hmm.
10-15 years, art and craft has always been my go-to. So that is my stress buster. But I also realized that writing down my feelings, processing them, helps, even writing them down helps you process them. After
Mm-hmm.
15 days, you look back at it and you realize that this is the progress I've made. This is what I have to improve
Yeah.
on.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized that writing helped me do that. Journaling is something that I don't do daily, but I do want to start doing it. I see a lot of people journal. I want, journaling is also an art. You have to learn the art of journaling, the right
Okay.
questions to ask to your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen a lot of people doing that. So that is what I want to start doing. But yeah, for everyone it is different. For me it is writing down my feelings, or resolving to my art and craft, painting or whatever. So I think do what works the best for you. But just when you get time, when your mind is in a calmer space, just try to introspect at the activities that help you calm your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Writing is a very good way. Noting down your feelings helps you clear your mind. So that is
Yeah.
something you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting point. And like as you said, like if especially if you don't have anyone to talk to, or like there are some things which we can't talk to about
Yeah,
to anyone.
exactly.
Like I was also in a point in my journey like last 6 months back. So like writing helped me a lot at that time because I couldn't talk to anyone the things which
Mhm.
I was going through. So I think
Mhm.
this is very important. But at the same time, I think you can't just be rely on writing. You will have to talk to people about whatever
Yeah,
you are feeling about.
yeah,
So I think there should
yeah,
be balance between writing and talking as well. So
yeah,
that's
for sure. I
yeah.
agree to it, for sure.
Yeah. So like how do you create content like as on Instagram, like what's your process of creating content, like yeah.
So for Instagram, I did not start off as a content creator.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, around February, I just wanted to. I was seeing a lot of creators, and through my personal Instagram account, I follow more creators than actors or actresses. I'm that fond of people, so I just wanted to start out, by making a journal. What I realized was my LinkedIn has all of my achievements, shows my journey, but it
Mm-hmm.
is professional. I do not have a page where I can be myself, showcase my journey. So I thought, okay, let's build an open Instagram account. Let's see where we go from there.
Mm-hmm.
So first, it was just dedicated to my love for traveling or art and craft and everything, just putting myself out. And I started making a few reels. And I realized I am a very creative person, but the courses or the education I'm taking does not allow me to be that creative.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Right.
tried to be my best to be creative at computer engineering, find problems, right solutions, but there's a roadblock over there too. So for my creativity, Instagram reels became an outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Even writing on LinkedIn has become outlet for my creativity.
Mm.
So I liked doing that. I liked the process. I liked the response I was getting. And, I did not build my page to, turn into a career tip account or, showcasing my journey or my life. It just happened over time. I liked the process. The most important thing about content creation is that you'll be able to do it only if you like it.
Yeah.
If you force yourself to do it, you won't actually enjoy the process and you would give up at some point in time. I have seen people give up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen people not being consistent. But for me, I started out with zero idea. The first reel that I made, I had to Google that how do you make an Instagram reel. I had to Google that. I had to learn that. I liked doing it. That is why I continued it.
Yeah.
And right now, it has become a page where I help most of them are students. I help other people know more about LinkedIn, help them build their LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Because LinkedIn has been an essential part in my career too. All the internships, mentors, the opportunities that I've gotten is through LinkedIn. And I want to educate other students about that. So it has turned into a page that has those career tips, shows my life, my love for traveling, art and craft, everything. Basically, I love my love for food. A page where I can just be honest, open to other people. And I think people are liking that. I'm also liking the process. So I continue doing it.
Yeah, it's like because of your page on, I think, Instagram, that's how we got connected as well. So
yeah, you reached out to me there.
Yeah. So, and like, as you said, like you must like creating content. Like for me, what happens with me, I like creating podcasts because I like genuinely talking to people and getting to know them. So I can keep that continuously. But at the same time, I have tried creating content as well, like Instagram reels. Like when you see an Instagram reel, you feel like, yeah, it's a very short content, like anyone can do this. But when you actually do it, you realize it's not that, it's super difficult. So
the amount of effort,
yeah, it takes a lot of efforts.
A company contacted me because they wanted me to make a reel for them, and it was completely out of my niche, but I said I want to explore it. It was basically a fashion transition reel, but also based on education. So I was like, okay, I want to try it out. There were, first of all, there were calls with the company's representatives. We decided on an audio, we decided on the video, we decided on, the kind of transitions or the script we want to have. After that, I had to, since it was a fashion outfit reel, I had to, try out all the outfits. I had to make an entire mood board that this is what I'm planning to do. They approved it. After that, I recorded the video. I had to send it back for their approval that this is the video. Then I had to edit it according to the requirements. And after that, this video will go live. It has still not gone live. These are the efforts that go into making that short video too. And this is what a lot of people don't understand, that content creation isn't easy. To survive, you like it, you do it. Just as in life, if you like doing the things you do, you're going to survive, you're going to love your life. So that is what a lot of people don't see. And the amount that you're actually paid, first of all, growing on Instagram is very, very tough. Very tough. And right now I'm finding it difficult to grow on all the platforms that I am. So it sometimes you just feel, not motivated to that my efforts aren't paying off, or the amount of effort that I'm putting, I'm not getting the results back. But I think content creation is just about that. You have to be consistent. There'll be time that you'll be awarded more than you've expected to. I have reels that have reached 200, 300K views, 15, 20K views, and that is the time. And sometimes when people message me that, hey, your reel helped me in this way, in that way, that is fruitful. So I just keep doing that because of this motivation.
Yeah, interesting. I was about to ask you something, but I kind of left. I don't know what I was asking. So tell me about like three most influential people, like who kind of impacted or inspired you, on your life, kind of inspired you to do what you're doing.
And my journey, like till
Yeah,
date.
like with what you are doing exactly right now. So any three
Hmm.
people from your life, like it could
Hmm.
be anyone, like who kind of inspired you, or
Hmm.
someone who you look up to, kind of that. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. So I'll just pick three people from three completely different niches. First of all, the amount of hard work that I put and the the motivation to keep doing what I'm doing comes
Mm-hmm.
from my parents, because they've motivated me. They've helped me when I wasn't doing well. They're people who I look up to. I look up to my dad's hard work. I look up to my mom's kindness every day.
Mm-hmm.
So they would be from a completely different spectrum of my life. On LinkedIn, I got inspired by Anubha a lot, and she's one of my mentors too. Anubha Maneshwar. She is the founder of Girl Script Foundation. I did an intern there as a PM
Mm-hmm.
for 6 months too. Uh, she has been a crucial part of my journey. 2 years back, when I wasn't doing well, I had a mentoring call with her,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not expect, but I cried. I cried in front of a stranger that
Mm-hmm.
this is my life right now, and I don't know what will I do. And she gave me her contact number. She helped me do the things I wanted to achieve, the scholarships I wanted to get. How
Mm-hmm.
do I make a good profile? So she is someone who has been very crucial in my life too. And another aspect of my life, that is content creation. I don't think there's one influential person, but there are as I said, I follow a lot of content creators,
Yeah.
and I find new motivational ones every day. I follow people from the fashion genre, from comedy genre too. I met Agastya Shah. I don't know if you know. I was traveling to Pune and I met
Mm-hmm.
Agastya over there. And the
Okay.
first thing that came out of my mouth was, I love your reels. I love the content you're making. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, do you know I'm also a content creator?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a fun talk to have. So um,
So you just met her
so
randomly in Pune on a.
yeah, we were planning to have a lunch
Mm-hmm.
at a place, and I just noticed him over there, and I was like, oh my god, that is Augusta. I need to go and say hi to him. So
Mm-hmm.
just a random spontaneous conversation. It was a sweet meeting. So yeah, they're not 3 to 5 or 10 people who've been influential or been a crucial part of
Mm-hmm.
my career. I get inspired by people looking at their journeys. Anubha's journey is amazing. The way she has built her life. Um, so, and especially women founders. I am looking at women founders or women entrepreneurs gives me that motivation that, hey,
Mm-hmm.
did this. Maybe I can do it someday too. So
Yeah.
yeah, there are a lot of influential people in my life, and I'm grateful to every one of them.
Cool, cool. Sounds good. So what are you like really into outside of your work? Like what do you do when you're not working? Like you already said like painting and traveling, as I think, or
Yeah.
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 It,
There are a lot of things. I go to play tennis every day. I may not be great at it, but
mm-hmm.
I like that 1 hour of unwinding session where I just exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I like reading books, but I'm not a fast reader.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a pastime I like to. I'm learning Spanish. I'm learning Spanish since a long time, okay? But I like, as you said, talking to new people, learning more about their cultures, their languages,
Mm-hmm.
everything. So that is something I like to. I love eating food and even cooking food.
Awesome.
Cooking is something I've not done since a long time, but I
Mm-hmm.
love food. So yeah, a lot of things outside life too. Right now, like as I said, I had goals for a year or for 6 months. For the
Mm-hmm.
first 6 months, it was basically spending a lot of time with my family and friends, and I did achieve it for the last 3 months at least. I was traveling every 15 days to some new place or with my
Mm-hmm.
friends
Mm-hmm.
enjoying my life, but also working on my career at the same time. So yeah, it's been pretty fun.
Sounds interesting. So, any top or three favorite books that you have, which you'd recommend to our audience, which kind of help you as well?
Okay. So the first favorite book like would be Who Moved My Cheese. It's an amazing book, and for people who can't read very big books, this is a
Mm-hmm.
really short read, but a very motivational read. That is the first book I would recommend. The second would be Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. Uh, there are certain parts in that book that have been like I've gotten goosebumps while reading it. That it, those lines have hit
Mm-hmm.
that hard,
Yeah.
and it's like from the title, people think it's about the monk culture or about meditating or something, but it's not like that. It's a very great,
Mm-hmm.
amazing book. That is the second book I would recommend. Third book would be. Uh, I don't see, as I said, I like reading books, but I'm
Yeah.
not such a great reader. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not especially books a lot. So
Two also
let's
works,
just
no
keep it to
problem.
these two.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
Awesome. Amazing. It was really a great talking to you, Janvi. We got a lot of insights about your
Yeah.
patent and how you manage, like how writing helped you, and
Mhm.
like about content creation. I think it was really inspiring to me, and I think our to all listeners as well. It will be really inspiring. So thank you so much. Like as a 21-year-old who's doing all these things, yeah, this is really inspiring. I appreciate what you're doing, and thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much for all the kind words you've said about me. And I do hope it helps out to whoever watches this. And I hope that I can keep helping more people. So thank you for inviting me and making me a part of your content journey. Let's stay in touch. And if anyone has more doubts, you can contact me on my LinkedIn, Instagram, anywhere. Thank you.